behind.
Rashad, we're going to bring you in now. This is a bit of breaking news. The Secretary of State just held a press conference, and Gabriel Sterling just said results may not come for tonight's Senate runoffs election tonight, but we may see results in a couple of days. Is this because this race is a dead heat?
It's because it's close and because you have to have manpower to count the overwhelming number of absentee ballots that are coming in. That manpower cannot power through all of those ballots, especially in metro counties in one sitting. So the Secretary of State is proper in announcing this. I received a text message a few minutes ago from Michael Blake, who's the vice chair of the DNC, saying, make sure people know to be patient because this will likely be a count headed not only until tomorrow, but until the end of the week. So I agree with the assessment of the Secretary of State, and I think it was appropriate for him to say something about it.
And Jake, I want to address this one to you. We do want to talk about the president's attempt to overturn election results here in Georgia. We've talked a lot about that lately. Today, a federal judge denied the president's most recent attempt. What message does this send to Republicans out there, or maybe some, the very few that were still on the edge there, undecided, that could have voted for Republican Senators Perdue and Loeffler?
Well, President Trump came in last night to Dalton, I think, to clarify any ambiguity about what Republican voters need to do. And what voters need to do is they need to get to the polls. There's no better way to voice your opinion and your values and your principles than to vote. And so the polls are going to be open until 7 p.m. today. There has been a number of issues that the president has revealed through this process. And I think a lot of those issues are going to be addressed, but Republican voters have to turn out. The Democrats have turned out in heavy numbers early, and for Republicans to win both of these Senate seats, they need to get out and vote.
And Rashad, real quickly, last question. Gabriel Sterling also mentioned today that there had been a bomb scare that his office was dealing with. Thankfully, everything is okay, but history has not been kind when it comes to voter suppression. Do you think that this may have been possibly a tactic to suppress votes in this election today?
Yeah, of course it is. That is a voter suppression tactic. We've seen it time and time again. But remember, this is actually more routine than it should be. Bomb threats on election days, it happens. Irregularities happen as well. And back to President Trump having another case thrown out of court. I want to remind people that a lot of these judges who are throwing these cases out were appointed by Donald Trump himself. And these are noted conservative judges who have said one thing conclusively: your allegations lack evidence. And in a court, and I'm sure Jake can appreciate this as an attorney, you must have evidence to proceed.
Well, we have a lot more to cover tonight. Again, this race may not be called. And Jake Evans and Rashad Richey, we're going to need your insight. We'll see you again later tonight.